Limit Motorsports.
These are our tire cocks penis-shaped valve stem caps. It's done like this. There you go. Perfect way to prank your friends.
Rick, let me know who Mike is. I'll tell him nice Mike. So
The bike we was just looking at, I'm guessing.
the blower one?
BJ.
Oh, the Sidewinder. Wow, you know the owner of that. He's got to be crazy mother right there. Love to see it in person. So, thanks, Rick. Is that a big block Chevy or a small block? I can't tell by the picture. That thing is awesome. Nick, that could be older than you.
Probably.
Yeah.
Got your haircut though.
Yeah, it does have my haircut though. Yes, it does. So it's in style then. It looks good. So, all right, Pete, what else you got? That's it. All right. Not a whole lot going on in December for racing. Not many flyers. Things are coming to an end. But this coming year, hopefully, we'll have some great things coming from the drag race, street scene, the big wheel, BJ's getting ready to prep another car.
Saturday I might be going to Cali to race. Supposed to put some slicks on it. Go surprise BC Corey and Cheese.
Now, I've been
Saturday
seeing them
morning.
posting stuff lately, but they're all on slicks, not on wheels.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put the slicks on.
Nice.
Have some fun.
So, little stealth mission over the border.
Yeah.
Now, 140-something people just died the other day from cornhole virus over there. You might want to bring a mask.
Or two.
Yeah, or two. Yeah.
But we going to Barstow. We ain't going where everybody gonna be at.
All right, so
Yeah.
I just don't want to see you get, sick.
Yeah.
Have to cut all your dreads off right there. So, all right, Nick, tell me about this car sitting in front of me.
It is a Corvette, obviously.
Yeah.
Carbon fiber chassis, TLR based, rubber wheels, short course base chassis, like Tyler will explain everything to.
Okay.
Electric motor.
Okay.
These
so,
things are capable of running 70 plus miles an hour.
Okay, so this is the type of car that would be legal to race in this up and
Yes,
coming event.
yes.
So this is the main style.
Well, there's all different kinds
There's
of
different
bodies.
manufacturers.
Yeah, there's different
bodies to match.
manufacturers, chassis, bodies, speed controls, motors. Everybody just has to figure out their combination.
So just like any other big car,
Yeah.
there's all trying to build stuff. So, no gas cars, obviously.
No gas car, all electric, 2-cell battery.
Okay. And that's what. Let's get into Kyler. Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Can you hear
Good.
me?
How you guys doing?
So, Kyler, can you hear me?
Yeah. You guys hear me?
I can't hear him.
I can.
I can hear him.
Can you? I can't.
We ain't say nothing.
Can you hear me, Kyler? Tyler?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool.
I can hear you.
You guys can hear him?
Yeah.
I can't. I can't hear him. I could earlier, but I can't now.
So you want to talk about the race coming up here February 27th, since Brett can't hear you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so February 27th,
Yeah, I got nothing.
we have RC King of the Streets. It's a $100 buy-in race. We have it capped at 256
I got it.
entries, which makes it 0 buy runs throughout the whole day. So just like, a pro event out of $23,000 and $40.
Shit. I'll get in.
I told you. So. All right, Kyle.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, it's like Nick was saying, it's a short course based car.
What do you, I mean, for us people that don't understand what's going on, what is short base? I mean,
Right. So I go buy the wrong car and be
yeah,
mad.
yeah.
All right, so there's like Team Associated makes a car now, the DR10 or
Yeah.
a Traxxas Slash, but basically you're looking at something like this, a
Yeah.
pan style 2-wheel drive buggy or a short course truck.
Yeah.
Can't do all-wheel drive.
No.
Nah, just rear wheel drive on this class. We keep it limited with the battery at a 2-cell battery. 8.44 volts is the only thing we check is battery voltage. And make sure it has suspension and no computer driver assist. And make sure it's all on the driver.
Okay.
Oh, so you can have all that?
No.
But if you wanted to, you could.
Oh, they had that, like the DR10 that he shows. It comes with it, but you got to turn it off because it's really hard to drive the car with it on.
You can't even get
Yeah.
down the track. I already beat you twice.
You cheated.
I did not
you
cheat.
paid me to let you.
All started, like you said, it was a short course in a garage. Everybody had these. I mean, tell me more about it from the beginning.
Yeah, so in the beginning, we were track racing. So we do the same sort of thing, but at a full prep track. That track we lost, it closed down. A bunch of us still wanted to race our cars. You guys know how it goes.
Yeah.
So we found a bare empty street in the middle of nowhere, and we started running our pro mods. Well, those are no suspension, carbon fiber, foam rear wheel race cars. They go about 1.5 seconds at about 90 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Really fast. So those were getting thrashed on bare streets. They're a lot rougher than the parking lot we were racing in, so we were destroying our cars. At that point, we were thinking, what do we have sitting around we could turn into something cool? and it was a short course truck. My whole group, we all had a 2-wheel drive short course truck sitting on the shelf we weren't using, and we all had a 2-cell battery. So we picked that as the rules and said if anybody else wanted to get in, this is what we would do, and it blew up, man. We put the rules out on the internet, and overnight we had like 14 or 15 groups nationwide. Now we're up to 70 groups worldwide.
Wow.
Hundreds of people building cars that look just like mine and Nick's to go out and race on the street with their buddies.
Okay, so I mean, when you say all around the world now, is this big event you got coming? Is this the biggest event yet?
Yeah.
So people will be coming from all over to get in this race, obviously.
Yeah, we have people coming from Hawaii, Florida, Michigan, Detroit, all over the place coming this year.
Yeah, and you guys capped it
Canada.
at like 256, right?
256 racers, which makes it 0 buy runs.
Okay, so no buy runs, everything's even. So it's $100 buy-in. Now, do you do they can buy back if they lose once or anything like that?
Nah, single elimination. This is for the big dogs. So you lose, you're out. You win, you keep going.
Right. Okay. How long will a race like this take? I mean, if
it's going to be done in one day. It will start roughly about noon, and we'll be done before midnight.
I guess you'd call that one day. So
that ain't nothing compared to what we went through the last 3
Oh
weeks.
yeah, I mean yeah. So
Right.
yeah.
At least it was
And we didn't have that many cars, nowhere near that. So we had 32 cars. So that's pretty impressive. What is going to be the thing that's going to take? I mean, what's going to take to win the race of this caliber?
Knowing how to get down any type of road.
Yeah.
Is really what it's going to take to win. It's not going to be the fastest guy that, claims on the internet that he's the fastest in the world. He's probably not going to be the one to win it. It's probably going to be somebody that we don't see on Facebook all the time, somebody that's just out driving their car.
Go A to B.
A to B. Yeah, so
Yep.
So this is going to be one track there, just all night long, just one after another. So they'll have to go through tech, race, and then how long do you think it's going to be between rounds?
So actually, between first round and second round is only going to be like 5 minutes, just due to the fact that there's 256 racers. You'll have plenty of time to do whatever you need to do to your car.
Right.
When we get down to the final, 6, then it'll be 15 minutes between rounds to give everybody enough time to bump up their battery and get the car dialed back in.
Right. I'm just amazed at the size of the turnout. What do you think contributes? Is it cost? What made this many people show up to this race?
It's the cash payout. I really feel that a lot of it has to do with the payout. Nowhere else in RC are you getting paid out if you win. Unless you're a pro-level sponsored driver, you're getting contingency money from your sponsors. That's a different story. But, Nick will tell you he's probably raced dirt for 20 years and even $1,000, let alone $20,000.
Plastic trophies and plaques.
Yeah, now they'll be allowed, like me and BJ, when we race, we side bet everything. Is there side betting allowed, all that? Is that a no-no in the RC world? Or
it happens.
It happens.
You know how Las Vegas is with side bets out in the open? And we are technically in a parking lot. So if you handle that, yes. If you're yabbing and yelling on the sideline at the starting line, then you're probably going to get asked to leave by the facility. Not myself, but the facility.
Okay, gotcha. So it's not frowned upon, but it's not, the most open thing in the world.
It's not
obviously
denied.
Yeah. So BJ, we'll be on the side. We'll be all the way over. So, when you're looking for a race with this kind of money, obviously someone's going to try to cheat. Is it going to? How do you even stop that? There's so many ways people cheat in real car racing. I can't imagine even at this little level. But when it comes to $20,000, people are going to try anything. What are you expecting to see?
Our rules are left pretty vague to still allow innovation,
right?
And allow you to build something cool in your garage that you're proud of,
right?
Different,
because
that's drag racing. You want to have something different than the guy you're lining up next to,
right?
So the only thing we really tech is Battery voltage, make sure you're running the right gearbox, make sure you don't have the dry row system turned on, make sure you're running rubber tires. We have like 10 things, which if you're showing up to race, you know what everybody's teching as.
Right.
And that's what we check and make sure.
So
Yeah.
weight is starting to become a factor with these, obviously, just like in the real big cars.
Yeah, some places we go to, there's a minimum weight.
A minimum weight.
Yes. Some of the streets, there's a minimum weight of 2060 grams, which is 4.5 pounds.
Right.
So you have to be 4.5 pounds. You can't be any lighter than that. Most of these cars are weighing in at like 5.5 anyway, so it's not an unachievable number.
Okay. Do you know?
Oh man, I don't have the map in front of me, but I think it was like 30 of you guys.
Yeah.
That's it, really? I would have
And
figured more.
there's some people on the waiting list now because they slow played.
Yep.
Wow. So that's a lot of people coming into town. That's like big time racing. I mean,
Yeah, there's 50 plus coming.
who is this person writing in? RC Hangout. Oh, this is going downhill if Uncle Schwartz is here. Who's that?
Uncle Schultz.
Who's
John
that?
Schultz.
Who is that? Is that another racer?
It's
Yeah,
John Schultz. He's one of the head guys over at Team Associated that helped make this car possible, the DR10. So
Okay.
everybody calls him Uncle Schultz. He must be in the comments blabbing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can get him mini tacos from Jack in the Box if we have to.
Yeah. So, I mean,
15 for $3.99.
okay. What is the average person, do you think, spending on their car? I mean, is it 2,000?
Do we really want to divulge that?
I'm just curious for some of my people that watch that are thinking, hey, I'd like to do this, but, what does it really cost? I mean,
That right there is the easy $1,500.
Yeah, for a competitive race
Yeah.
car of this level, you're looking at $1,500.
So 15 to 2 grand would be the high side.
Yeah.
Okay. But me and BJ have spent well over $100,000s of dollars on a race car. So realistically, it's not that high. You know what I mean? To
For
be
the same amount of payout, right? Like, what are you guys getting paid
yeah,
out
we're not
for?
getting close to paid that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, BJ is with side bets, but you know what I mean? But geez, you don't need a trailer. You don't need a truck. You don't need, you need a gym bag and you're off. I mean, it's very impressive.
You don't got to crawl underneath it.
Yeah, race, spend hundreds of thousands of dollars because you're buying a tow rig, a trailer, you're going out of state, all the things you need. But I mean, you guys run the same kind of problems we run into, tires, motors, all the other stuff, but just on such a smaller scale.
Speaking of motor, I need a new one.
You ain't lost yet.
I've just been watching all the races going down.
He's ready to upgrade.
it's getting crazy out there.
We'll take cars during, go from one car to another. They have to stay with the same car they start with. What happens if something breaks? How does all that work?
Right, so...
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell by the body from the next.
No. So if you destroy your body, you're going to go throw another body on so you can keep... none of us have an issue with that because all of us would go and do the same thing. We
Right.
would duct tape it or do whatever.
Yeah.
And pretty much everybody showing up to this race is probably going to have 2 chassis, like 2 fully built cars.
Seriously?
See?
I'm
So-
putting one together now, another one.
So do you race all 3, or is it just backups?
It's just backups or if you during testing one car just doesn't seem right and you know your other car is going to go A to B, then you just run your other car.
Okay. So that's not a problem. You're not entering like BJ races his blue car, but he's not limited. He could bring the red car. We could bring something else, and whatever's
So
performing
it's
the
one
best.
car backup car the second or third round. Like we have no control over that.
Okay.
It's just single car entry per person.
Yeah.
Okay.
256 drivers, 256 cars.
Okay. Well, that's what you. But it sounds like it's more like 600 cars if everybody's bringing backups. So,
And there's guys that'll enter 3 or 4 cars.
oh really?
Yeah. So if they end
Yeah,
up
they're-
drawing both their cars, they got to figure out what car they want to run then.
Oh wow.
So it can bite them in the ass.
So you're allowed to have more than one entry if you wanted to. I guess obviously you want to pay the entry fee. It doesn't matter.
No, one car, one person.
Oh, one car, one
Yeah,
person.
I can't enter all 3 cars.
Oh, okay, you can't. Okay, that's what I was asking. So, no matter how many
At,
cars
like,
they have.
at like local events,
Yeah.
usually the race masters will allow that to happen, but are buying on a driver as possible to
Okay.
enter.
So once they get teched before every race, not just teched in once, then obviously.
Yes, sir. So when it's Nick's run, he will come up to the tech table completely ready to race with his remote, his car, battery, everything. We'll run him through tech. He will turn around with his opponent. They will both do their burnout and both race right then and there.
So they can't leave that area once it's teched.
Nope.
Nope.
So no matter what car they bring back or forth, they're getting tech, game on at that point. So it really
And
doesn't
there's
matter.
no second chance. Like if you fail tech, you're out. So if
Okay.
you're over 8.44 volts, you're out. You lose. He gets a buy run.
Okay.
If you show up and your gyro's turned on, you're out. You lose.
I don't know what a gyro is. What is that?
It's a driver in a car. It helps you drive the car straight.
Okay.
But half of them don't work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, there are some that do work, obviously.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So, like anything, higher priced units work better. So how can those be removed from the car?
Yeah.
Well, they can.
They'll either be disabled or factory ones usually get removed because we take those electronics out.
Okay. Or is it just
That's
Ba-
just one of those rules that's in there, but
Yeah.
pretty much everybody cars, they don't really work with them turned on. They're more of a hazard than a help.
Yeah.
okay?
You're trying to counter steer the car because the car wants to go one way, and you're like, no.
Okay. So one of our writers just wrote in, did any new companies throw in contingency money?
Currently, our only contingency sponsors are 5-7 Designs at $500 if you win with one of their chassis,
Okay.
and Tekin Racing with $5,000 if you win with their motor and ESC combo.
Whoa. Back up. So if I got one of these Tinkin motors in their cars and I
Yeah,
win.
you go put one of these motors right here, one of these Tekin motors and a Tekin speed control, and you
Yeah.
win this.
Whoa. BJ, we're getting fucked. So,
But part of that ain't happening.
what do you mean?
R1, baby.
Okay, so obviously, just like Ford, Chevy, every car builder here has their own rep, okay? And I guess it all comes down to motor style at that point because they're all aftermarket chassis and everything.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, BJ, $28,000.
Yeah.
Why haven't you built one of these?
I don't know yet. Just now learned about it. Be in the garage tomorrow.
I just happen to have.
Yeah. Nick can probably help you out on a starter package right away. Now, what about for people that have, obviously, this is the elite level. This is the baddest of the bad around this area. What is someone that's got a killer events or easier? I mean, tell me more about how you get to this level.
So we do have another class. That's kind of the car I've been showing you. This is my 13.5 car.
Yeah.
So we can run like the blinged out aluminum wheels. They're a little bit heavier. They affect your performance a little less than they would the Outlaw car.
Yeah.
It's more of a car show type class.
Okay.
But it is controlled by motor limit as well. So you can't. Yeah, Blinky's the speed control. So it's basically, it doesn't allow you to put any boost or turbo in the ESC.
Okay. So, and that's a pretty standard stock deal then?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's comparable with the stock DR10. So if you were to just
So you said I
go
could
buy
put
a
boost on one
stock
of these?
and how strong to come on, it's just like what you're thinking. It's just electric and not PSI.
Didn't we film that last
Yeah,
week?
we just seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah, did we just seen that? Yeah.
Guy with
So-
the electric turbo.
Yeah, electric turbo, yeah.
They were a little
So
weird with that
now
one.
let me ask you this then. So if someone has one of these turbos and add more boost to this, obviously, couldn't you cheat? Is there a boost limit then at that point?
So in 13.5, you can
Yeah.
easily tell
Hi, Foxy.
if they're not running Blinky. One, the ESC blinks constantly the whole time to tell you if they're in Blinky. And two, these cars are right on the 3 seconds every single run. So you have to go to the camera pretty much every race with 13.5.
Yeah.
So if someone was running boost or a tune, they would be way faster on the top end and you would know it.
Yeah, but let's back up a little bit. Let's go to Outlaw for a minute, not Blinky.
Okay.
Can't they now? How do you limit this with boost?
You don't.
Oh, you don't. Outlaws boost. You can run that whatever you want. You can boost that thing 100 degrees.
can get it to hook up and go, more power to you.
So
But motor and ESC is any speed control.
You can run
and any motor.
anything you
can
want.
put a fifth scale motor in there if you want.
a what?
A 5th scale motor.
Oh, big boy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So as long as it can run off the 8.2, is it? Volt battery.
8.4
Yeah,
2-cell
8.4
battery.
volts.
Two cell. So that would be the limit right there by battery, right?
Yep.
So okay.
Gotta be a way to cheat to make. another
And batteries make a difference.
What? Whose battery it is? So
There's this batteries make a difference.
what about? So is voltage? Voltage is voltage, right?
Yeah. But there's different kinds of
But
batteries.
amperage isn't always amperage.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. See, I'm learning something
All
new
right.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I ordered a battery
it's like
today.
octane, right?
Yeah.
91 octane's always 91 octane.
Well, not
Right.
necessarily. Depends how long it sits in the ground.
Right. But
Yeah.
100 PSI is always 100 PSI.
Correct. Yes.
You
So
with me now?
just the battery. So if you can get it to plant, you run it. That's the big
Yep.
question,
Yep.
right? Now, is there a tire limit size?
Nope.
Actually, no. Any production made rubber tire.
So we can go with a wheelie bar. Just make sure the front
Yeah.
wheels don't touch the ground. When you
They
take
never
off.
touch the ground. Your car you raced me never touched the ground, except when you were crashing it
There's
and I was beating you.
there's a wheelie bar maximum and a weight limit. That's pretty much the only
Yeah.
two things you really have to stick to.
So you can't be too heavy.
No, there's no,
you can't
no,
be
just
too
like
light.
Can't be too light.
So just be heavy and
Yeah.
plant.
Weight in some cases are your
Yep.
friend.
yeah. So
So just put all the weight on the ass end. And
Yeah,
just
that's okay.
Hopefully the front wheels don't touch and it keeps straight. I think.
Yeah.
Am I thinking right?
hope you stay straight. The important word right there is hope.
Hope you stay straight.
So, how did you guys tell me more? How did you end up at Vegas Speed? How
Okay,
did?
so last year we put this on in the IKEA parking lot. The
Right.
parking lot right across from IKEA.
Yeah.
We had 42 racers, so the pot was $4,200 last year.
Yeah.
This year, we knew it was going to be way bigger than 42. So we knew we weren't going to be able to do it in a random parking lot without permission.
Yeah.
And Speed Vegas was the first place that we locked in that was big enough and
Oh, wow.
willing to have us there.
Oh, that's
Most
cool.
places in Vegas didn't want us there.
Really? Well, probably for
Yeah.
insurance, people trip through one of, people suck in general, so we all know that. So, you get one guy that
Yeah.
takes out all the fun out of it. So, it's on.
Surprisingly, we have to run this just like a real drag organization.
Yeah.
I mean, we have our own insurance. You guys all have to sign a release of liability. It's ran just like you were entering a real drag race.
Oh, wow. So, will it be an entry fee for people to watch?
Nope.
Okay.
Spectators are free.
Okay.
But you do have to go to Speed Vegas and register, I believe, correct? To get
Yeah,
in?
or sign the waiver.
I'm not going to go online, but I want to go watch. So I can just sign it
Yeah,
that
yeah.
day
It's
and walk
just
it.
the only thing that we're having spectators fill out that are traveling. Like if you're bringing your wife and kid, they're obviously going to spectate because
Right.
you have to fill out the Las Vegas Speed Vegas's release of liability.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that. So from a legal standpoint. So it's February 27th at Speed Vegas. Going to start at what you said, about noon? What time should spectators...
The race will start at noon.
Okay.
Testing will start before that. So anybody racing the event, your schedule will be posted shortly
Just so people
on
know.
my RC Drag Talk page, and I'm sure I'll share it all over all the MPRC pages.
Okay, cool, great. And just so people know.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the biggest and the last event probably of the year?
So I run this event once a year. So
Okay.
King of the Streets for us is once a year.
Once a year. So this is it?
Usually in February.
Okay. So
Somebody's car getting broke into.
that'd be you.
Nope. I
Yep.
just checked mine.
Oh. So my
Mine
key...
ain't buzzing.
My keys are in it, so they can take it. All right, everybody. I really appreciate Kylie coming on. I learned a ton of stuff tonight. Looking forward to this race. Nick, thank you for bringing your car and
No
everybody.
problem.
I hope to do.